How disappointing. No filth.
Stick to the dirty stuff and leave the elegant stuff to the others.
You two can make music, you just need a little more polish.
You guys are losing your plots, man.
One
of you likes it, the next one hates it, the next one thinks the technique's
you've got 4 judges.
No, Gary,
There's 4 judges.
You go, Brendan!
How can I control the boy?
Judges are being so inconsistent, and they're slating, they're being personal.
Brendan should be running from this competition in his white pants.
They're saying some things are good when it's rubbish, some things are bad when it's great.
My job is to look at you. Your job is to shut up and listen to me.
One thing after another, I'm sick of it. But if the sky is blue, stop calling it pink.
And here they are, nice and calm now, early in the morning, Brendan and Claire. But your dander's really up, Brendan, isn't it? I mean, you are really seriously angry about this.
I was very annoyed on Saturday night, not for our dancing, but actually for all the people that have gone before us. The comments were just absurd. It was just one guy, one of the judges loved it, the next one absolutely hated it. And you can't be that different in opinion. Dance is dance at the end of the day, and it's either good or bad.
We saw Camilla saying yes there. Are all the other dancers behind you on this?
I thought they were until I saw 1 or 2 last night saying, well, no, it's not for us, but that's their opinion. They're doing well, so I suppose they don't want to be upset.
Maybe a revolt. I mean, what do you think, Claire, while he was doing it? I mean, you attempted to put your hand over his mouth?
I did actually in the end.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, I think most of the actual amateurs were right behind him, more than probably some of the professionals. We were all agreeing because we just couldn't work out how the scores were so different. There was no consistency whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, it's so difficult for you. I mean, you in particular, you haven't had any dancing experience before. Do you feel, among the contestants, sometimes that the judges should be a little bit more constructive, perhaps, rather than having this criticism levelled, when you are in the very early stages of learning some hugely, terribly difficult dances?
Yeah, I felt I think there's only 1 week I've actually had some constructive criticism. The rest of the time they've completely ignored me because of other things going on, you know, people kicking off or...
So, I mean, Brendan, what do you think should happen then? Let's leave the professionals out of it, because you're all exceptionally good, and the judges are not really there to mark you, except when you do illegal lifts, which we can talk about a bit later. But when it comes to the amateurs, some are better than others. Do you think there should almost be a handicap system, that if you're really bad, you should be allowed more points? A bit like horse racing.
I think it's great that there's such a diverse range of people and talents in the show. It'd be really boring if we were all fantastic and really boring if we were all bad. But I think what they need to do as judges, they need to come together and establish what is a good foxtrot, what determines this foxtrot, how are we going to be scoring. I know they have different views on what they're looking for, but at the same time, it cannot be that good or that bad in the same show. It's there's got to be a little bit closer.
Yeah. Well, we've had an awful lot of emails, I have to say, yes, and the result is the majority of them are in your favour, Brendan. Absolutely behind you. I think Brendan was right and agreed with every word he said. This is Dorothy Kings-Lind. Well done to Brendan for speaking up.
And, we've got James Walker says, whilst I would prefer to see the judges on Strictly treated with some respect, even Craig, as they said, James, this year they do seem to be playing favourites and marking for personal preference rather than the performance. And Claire, do you have a worry about things like that they could be influencing the voting public out there?
I think there is an element of influencing the public. But I also think they do have their own opinion. If they have their own favourites, I would like to think it's not going to influence how they're going to vote.
There are some, though, Claire, saying that actually, although Brendan, they feel, is correct, that the person who is going to be the real loser in this is you, because it could be that you two end up going out because you're sort of not going to capture the popular opinion on that, although judging by our emails,
I've really got to keep it on it now. I mean, I've said my piece. I'd like to sort of end there. I know I'm so hit up when I'm doing. I'm passionate about it.
He's passionate.
Hard not to say my piece.
But it's too late. It's too late, Brendan. You are the bad boy, and people like to get a handle on. You know, and that's it. I mean, you've done these illegal lifts. What? How many times? 2, 3 times now.
Well, Well,
have you anything more planned? Any more surprises planned to tease the judges a bit?
Well, I mean, the judges required raunch, so we're going to give it to them in bucketfuls this Saturday.
Yes, because this is it. You did such a very graceful foxtrot, and they were talking about dirty dancing.
Yeah. And all they want to see is me doing raunch because we're the bad boy, bad girl.
Even Len this week was going, you know, we don't want to see you do elegant stuff, but if we don't do it, they mark us down. You know, it's What do they want?
I guess in their defence, we had Arlene on the sofa last Friday. If she were here now, she would say, look, guys, we are the professionals. We are here to judge, and really, you should shut up and dance.
Yeah, I mean, you're used to that.
Don't mic me up. That's all I can say.
I mean, are you like that if you're in a professional contest? If you saw that standard or inconsistent standard of judging, would you react like that?
There's not a lot you can do about it on that circuit, and there's normally 8 judges, and they're all, you know, you can't really do it. I'm a judge on the show in New Zealand, and I do understand where they're coming from, and I've certainly been controversial in the past as well.
And you know what the judges are told then? They're told to play different roles, one to be nice, one to be nasty, good cop, bad cop, that kind of thing.
But they can't be that different, not within 4 of them. I mean, all 4 of them have got a different opinion on everybody's dance, and it's just getting crazy.
OK, well, let's move on then. So how's practice going this week?
Okay.
I saw a bit of it last night.
It's very slow at the start of the
There is a bit of
week.
raunch though in there, isn't there?
More full on than I thought it did, actually, but I might have to tone that one down as well. But
writhing.
No, it has changed a bit from there, hasn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Claire, a bit of a sensitive subject, but I did read that, actually, Brendan, you've been very chivalrous in helping Claire because you suffer from arthritis. That must be really difficult with some of the moves.
Yeah, I try and keep a lid on it, but it's under control. You know, I take tablets and...
This one's a
things for
worker.
it, so.
I never heard her complain about anything, so...
And actually, far from being the bad boy, you've been looking after her, I hear.
Try my best.
Yeah, he does try his best.
Just let me ask you, have you spoken to Len or any of the judges since Saturday night?
Yeah, absolutely, that's the thing. You know, on the floor, we're doing a show, and it's going to be passion, it's going to be hit up. Off the floor, I think they're a lovely bunch of people, and we all get on very, very well. What can you do?
It's one of those things, the heat of the moment, and then that's it. It's like, we'll probably have a bit of a tiff in training or something, and in 5 minutes it's over, that's it, you know.
Nature of the game.
Well, listen, best of luck on Saturday night. We'll see how the voting goes. We'll see how the judges' marking goes.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be riveted, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. All the very best.
Thanks
for coming in.